The first video I will be analyzing is Hannah, Lauren's, and Sarah's video, Teacher as Gardener. All in all, I believe this movie was very well presented, and it made sure that it mentioned all the main key points of Dewey's chapter in a way that was easy to watch and easy to comprehend. One thing I wish they would have developed more was about the learning circle. Rather than just talking about the learning circle and then showing a picture of it, maybe if they went through the different facets of the learning circle and seeing where they are and using that in one of their examples of a classroom. I know that they observed the students and the reactions based on one of the lessons, but they did not exactly go over the learning circle in that capacity, and if they had, I believe that more information could have been given through the video. Now, the video itself was captured in two parts. One was the analytical, let's talk about everything, and then the second one was the practical, putting it into use. But some of the things that made it to the analytical side did not exactly make it to the practical side. Like discussing that the students were not all going to grow up to be musicians, that they can grow up to be absolutely anything. While I appreciate that it was discussed in the analytical side, I believe that it could have been brought into more detail, either on that side or brought through practical use, which I think would actually be more effective. Something that was discussed in our book was learning therefore needs to focus on the student in learning communities, not the curriculum, teacher, or the individual student in isolation. So although you have to honor every student's world and their own personal culture, you have to emphasize the fact that this is not how the student lives all the time. This is just a place the student goes to help them grow, but it's not how they are alone. A lot of it has to do with the people around them, the environment around them, and the stipulations that are brought along with that. So I believe that you need that as future teachers, we should take that into account, that this is not how students normally act. Students would learn differently if they were learning at home rather than when they were learning here. And I think a little bit more could have been brought onto that, but otherwise it was a great video. Well, I have to say that I agree with all of Dewey's terms in this chapter, as well as the interpretations that this group has made. I believe they did a great job in putting it into a video and putting it within the time limits, while giving us an easy way to understand and comprehend the topics discussed. As a source, I used John Dewey and the Art of Teaching.